Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. If you are new, I would love for you to join my family. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. All right, let's go ahead and get into this video. Today, I will be talking about our 2021 sinking funds. As you can see from the list below, we have quite a few, but I broke it down to the most important for us this year because it's easy for us to have a good 20 to 30 if we really wanted to. But this year I decided to do it very simple and just do the ones that we need. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first ones we have here, which is only on one sheet, is vehicle maintenance, and we have for $500 a year, which of course that'll probably be a lot more, but for right now we said 500 because my husband does the vehicle maintenance, and we usually do it between every 3 months or every 2 years because we get our vehicle inspected here in Germany, and we pay for that every 2 years. And so, but if we had extra funds left over, we would throw them into vehicle maintenance. So that would be $20 per pay period. Back to school for my girls, I would like to have 500 by July. So I put, if it's by month, I put the month next to it of how much I would like by that month. So back to school by July, I would like to have 500, which is 7 months from when I was doing this, and it was $35 per pay period. Christmas, I would like to have by November, which is 800. I still think that's a little high because we do 4 gifts for our girls, which is something you need, something you want, something to read, and something to wear. And then me and my husband get each other one gift, or honestly, we usually don't get each other gifts at all. I'm not a big gift person. I prefer trips and memories. So that's just how I am. My husband usually wants something and he'll tell me, and then I'll budget that out. But we decided to do 800. Whether that's going on a trip next year or something, it can go towards something for Christmas. So yes, 800 for 11 months, that's $36 per pay period. Hair care, between me and my girls getting our hair done, and then my husband getting his hair done every 2 weeks. That is kind of pricey for us. So I estimated $14.40 a year for all of us, and so that's $30 per pay period. My husband uses $30 just to get his hair done, actually, because it's 20 euro, and so when you take it out, it's about $30. So I thought about upping that, but we're going to see how that works for us at the moment. Apparel is $1,200 a year. That's for all of us. We don't really shop as much because winter is very long here, so the girls usually wear their winter clothes for a very long time. Plus we have like Primark, which is super cheap, so that helps us save on money. And then H&M, of course, is pretty fairly cheap too. And so yeah, I feel like 1,200 is pretty good for us. And me and my husband, we aren't constantly buying clothes for ourselves, so that's another thing as well. So $1,200 a year for apparel, and that's $25 per pay period. Gifts and birthdays is $1,200 a year. We have a lot of family members, and we would like to start getting gifts and birthdays and stuff like that. So we never did because we never had the extra funds to do so. But this year we did like to start a sinking fund. So when birthdays come about, or just random gifts, if we need to go to a birthday party or something, we have that sinking fund readily available for us. And so between the friends and families that we have, this is definitely a sinking fund that we need. So that's $1,200 a year, and that's $25 per pay period. VAT forms, if you aren't familiar, VAT form is just a form that excludes military from paying taxes over here in Europe, depending on the location that you're at. And we have to pay for those VAT forms in order to use them. So they're $5 a piece. So we just opted for $240 a year. So that's $5 per pay period. We don't use them frequently, but it is nice to have them. So we would like to have a sinking fund on hand just in case we need to buy some. The PS5 console, my husband would like to have his by May. He's waiting for them to get all the kinks and all that stuff out of it before he purchases. So he would like to get his by May. That's $500. And so we did that by 6 months, which is $41 per pay period. We have a little miniature pincher, Bailey, for vet visits or grooming, which we usually do her baths and all that. And my husband cuts her nails and stuff or shaves it down. So we don't really take her to a groomer. When we were in Hawaii, she did go to PetSmart between every 3 to 4 weeks. And we would budget that out. But since we've been here, we don't do it. We do it ourselves. But just in case we take her to the vet, or we would like actually start taking her to the groomers, we decided to give her sinking fund, which is $720 for the year, and that's $15 per pay period. Our emergency fund was $2,500. Now we are Dave Ramsey followers. He does say baby step 1 is $1,000. However, we think that we need a little bit more in our sinking fund because of our family dynamic and then us being so far away and us paying for trips and stuff like that in case of emergencies. And plus with the currency exchange here, we definitely need more than $1,000 because it's not at the best rate. So we decided to do $2,500 for our emergency fund. As you can see, that's already highlighted because that is already completely funded. We decided to take our stimulus check that came, our second stimulus check that came this past week, and we decided to throw that completely to our emergency fund, and it fully funded it for us. So we were pretty excited about that. If it didn't, it would have been $104 per pay period, but now we can allocate that $104 to another part of our sinking fund. So which will probably go to vehicle maintenance, since that's the most, the second most important thing, and then more than likely maybe hair care or apparel for our kids. So yes, that is fully funded already. Holidays, we did $600 per year. I love to decorate, and so love to decorate and host. So this will help us when it comes to buying extra food for the holidays to host parties or decorate, and that's $600 a year, so that's $25 a pay period. And also, like my daughter's costumes, or if we wanted to get costumes as family, we have this in our holiday fund. And the last 3 are my girls, Naima and Noni. Before we knew what our baby was, we just had her on the 23rd. It was a surprise birth. I just put baby. We didn't know if it was a boy or girl, but it's a girl, and her name is Nairobi. And so we allocated savings for them. So we did $500 for our 2 oldest, and then $300 at the moment for our youngest. And eventually that will go up to $500. And then once we hit $500, we will continue to increase the amount that we put for a year. So the next time it'll be $1,000. So we are starting off slow because we are still paying off debt. So we don't want to overstretch ourselves to the point where we can't put anything in here. So yes, for our girls, Naima and Noni, they both get $500 a year, which is $10 per pay period. And then for our daughters, $300, $15 per pay period. However, if we have extra money, we will throw to them. And also they do get money when we do our taxes. That's something that we've always said we want to do. We just never did it because we've always thrown our taxes straight to debt. But hopefully this year we're able to allocate those funds to their savings. Eventually this will go up, like I said, to more than $500. We're starting slow. And then once we can get to that goal, then we'll get to our next goal. So these are our sinking funds for the year. Of course, like I said in my last video, if you watched it, I do have the budget by paycheck. I have the box set by the Budget Mom, and I did put our sinking funds in here for our yearly savings, goals, and events. And I put all of our sinking funds in here, the yearly goal, how much per month, and all that stuff, and when we wanted it by. So all that is here. However, she only has spots for 8. So we did our most important 8, which is our baby step 1, which is our emergency fund, back to school, vehicle maintenance, Bailey, our kids, hair care, apparel, and bath forms. Those are our most important 8. So if we aren't able to stuff all of our sinking funds, these are the 8 that we will do each paycheck. So we did that. And then of course, we document how much we put in there each month. So I've documented how much we put in there this last paycheck. And again, it's only for 8 sinking funds. And then I also put them in here for sinking funds. I allocated them, I labeled them, and then just colored. And yes, so just made it really cute. As you can see, we already fully funded our emergency fund, which I'm pretty excited about. So the next ones are our baby step 1, back to school, vehicle, Bailey, kids, hair, apparel, and bath form. So that's that. On the back, I did actually break this down more so that my husband can also see, as well as me, exactly what each category entails. So back to school will entail clothes and supplies. Gifts and birthdays will entail for kids, hubby and wife, parents, friends and family, and work. If we have like holiday, I don't know if you guys have done the game Boo during Halloween with your coworkers, but I thought about those little games. Apparel would be for kids and me and my husband. Christmas sinking fund would be gifting, Christmas decor, Christmas cards, photos, Christmas dinners, and outfits, whether that's for family photos or pajamas, matching pajamas. Our hair for the family, vehicle maintenance, which will come up to tune-ups, oil change, tires, and car wash. Again, this amount may go up, which more than likely it will now that we have fully funded our emergency fund. So we have 104 to allocate to somewhere else. So yes, and then holidays would be Halloween, Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Valentine's Day, and Easter. We don't celebrate Halloween. However, we do. I won't say we don't celebrate Halloween. We do celebrate Halloween. We dress up. Well, our kids dressed up. This past Halloween, we had like a little Halloween party for our kids. All the kids came dressed up in Halloween costumes, and we had pizza, candy, desserts, and all of that. So that's what Halloween will go towards. And then the other holidays. And then, of course, I didn't put Christmas because Christmas has its own category. So, yes, these are sinking funds for the year 2021. And like I was saying in my last video, if you watched it, we will not be stuffing our envelopes. I do have our sinking funds envelopes. However, we will not be stuffing them with actual cash. We decided to do trackers instead, and have our stuff put into our USA account, so it would be electronically versus having cash on hand. It just helps with us being over here overseas with the currency exchange. It's easier to just have, so we don't have to worry about exchanging money when needed. So we have our emergency fund envelope, that forms, vehicle maintenance, school, Christmas, holidays, hair care, apparel, gifts and birthdays. This says PS4. I meant to say PS5, but it doesn't matter. Bailey, and then baby, because we didn't know what she was at the time. And then our youngest and our oldest, and allowance. So allowance is not a sinking fund. However, I am going to do, once we restuff our envelopes each paycheck, if we have any money left over in our grocery, gas, miscellaneous, eating out, or entertainment or household envelopes that we carry every day, if we have any ones left over, when it comes time to restuff, I will take those ones and I'll put them in here for allowance, because the girls do get $5 a piece for doing their stuff. So like now we just have $2 in here. So this will actually get cash, which that would be the only one that would get cash. So we have that there. We have decided to do trackers. My husband had a good idea. So we printed out these trackers here off Etsy. I can link them below if I can find them in my Etsy purchases, which I'm sure I can. And hopefully you guys aren't getting a glare from the light. But it's just a tracker, and I'm going to laminate them, cut them, and put them inside of each not emergency fund, but each sinking fund envelope. And then we will reuse them once we have filled them out from top to bottom, and I don't have to continuously print and cut. So that's what we'll be doing this year to make it easier on us. So that is our sinking funds for 2021. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment down below, and I'm more than happy to answer them. Once again, thank you for stopping by, and I hope to see you guys next time.